In 1778, right after Christmas, about 3,000 British forces showed up and tore a star and a stripe from the rebel or American flag because we captured Savannah and brought it back under British rule. Once we captured Savannah, we marched all the way up the river to Augusta. We brought back the royal governor here to Savannah and conquered much of South Carolina. Burning, pillaging, raiding, and stealing, we knocked at the very gates of Charlestown or Charleston before we backed down. However, about 2,000 miserable deluded subjects or rebels, they joined with 5,000 frogs, or that is French, and tried to take Savannah back from us British. And so we here are desperately trying to arm every able-bodied person who can shoulder a musket to save Savannah for King George against these rebels or Americans and French. So I will be offering the King's shilling to anyone who's willing to step forward and join the ranks of His Majesty's army. And so I'll be introducing how we load and fire the musket and trying to raise as many recruits as possible. And I will actually be stationed right across from some rather arrogant fellow who earns the name the Father of American Cavalry, known as General Pulaski. That's a very well-known name in the colonies, and if I could see the future throughout. And yet I will be able to poke fun at General Pulaski right across from me. Savannah is just so colorful with all the rich, vibrant stories that we have to tell. And when most people think of the American Revolutionary War, they tend to think of George Washington and Valley Forge and Bunker Hill and a lot of fighting up north. However, you could say that the balance happened in the South. The war hung in the balance in the South because the British had so much success in the South, and yet those great heroes such as the Swamp Fox, Francis Marion, or the Gamecocks of South Carolina, Thomas Sumter or James Jackson, a lot of these patriots persevered and ultimately triumphed. So when most people come to Savannah, they want to hear a lot about the Civil War, and they don't tend to think of the Revolutionary War. But because Savannah changed hands and so many things happened here in Savannah during the Revolutionary War, including the Bloody Sour fighting, and the whole Revolutionary War happened right outside the doors of this building, it's so wonderful to be able to share this very important and lesser known side of our local history, which impacted our national history.